Everyone talks about laziness, procrastination, lack of discipline. But what if laziness does not actually exist? What if what we call laziness is simply a signal we have misunderstood? This is Nicole Inner State. And today, we're not talking about productivity hacks, discipline, or forcing yourself to finally take action. We're talking about motivation. Because from a psychological and neurobiological perspective, laziness is not a trait. It is the absence of a working motivational system. There's an old story about a wise traveler who once met a man lying on the road, completely relaxed, doing nothing. When asked for directions, the man pointed with his foot. The traveler said, "If you can demonstrate even greater laziness, I'll give you a coin." The man replied, "Put it in my pocket." Funny, but revealing. Because laziness is not resistance to action. It is resistance to meaningless action. Let's talk about dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter associated with motivation, drive, and anticipation. It is not pleasure itself. It is the force that moves us toward something. Dopamine accumulates when we imagine the future, when we visualize an outcome, when we anticipate relief, reward, or meaning. Here's a simple model. Imagine a scale from -100 to +100. -100 is extreme discomfort. +100 is maximum anticipated reward. Motivation is the distance between where you are and where you imagine yourself to be. The worse you feel, and the clearer the image of relief or reward, the stronger the motivation. This is why advertising works. It doesn't create needs. It creates vivid images. But here's the paradox. When we finally reach the goal, the experience often doesn't match the fantasy. We imagine in abstraction. We experience in reality. Emotion in real time is the difference between expectation and outcome. If expectation is higher, we feel disappointment. If outcome is higher, we feel joy. And if they match perfectly, we feel nothing. This explains why achievement alone does not sustain motivation. Now here's the deeper layer. The brain does not operate as a single unit. There is the unconscious system. It receives millions of signals from the body every second. Hydration, oxygen, nutrients, hormones. The unconscious does not speak in words. It speaks in sensations and images. You don't think the word thirst. You feel it. That sensation creates an image of water. A goal is born. Above this, there is the social layer. Rules, morality, expectations, obligations. And between them, there is conscious awareness. Consciousness does not generate desire. It arbitrates. It decides whether a desire is allowed, logical, safe, or acceptable. Here is the core conflict. These systems speak different languages. When they are misaligned, motivation collapses, and what we call laziness appears. Midpoint insight. You cannot force motivation through discipline alone. You must restore communication with the unconscious. When a goal comes from a real inner need, not social pressure, not obligation, not fear, the system unlocks. Energy appears. Focus appears. Creativity appears. Motivation is not created. It is released. This is what freedom really means. The ability to want what you truly want without self-deception. When you live this way, laziness disappears. Not because you force yourself, but because your system is finally aligned. Listen to yourself. Your energy is already there.